welcome to this episode of Orion at Your Library. My name is Karen Knox, and I'm the director of our Orion Township Public Library. And I'm so thrilled today to be with a couple of my esteemed colleagues. I have with me Kate Kluwer, who's an adult services librarian, recently became full-time adult services librarian, so we're really excited about that. And on my left, I have Kristen Reminar, who is one of our youth services librarians and has been with us quite a while now.
Almost 13 years.
Wow, good times.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we have so much going on in 2016 at the library, and we're so excited to share some of that with all of you. So I'm going to start by asking Kate a little bit here about this affordable healthcare workshop. I think we had some in December, if I recall correctly. Is it the same sort of thing we're doing in January?
Yes, it's a very similar thing. We still have people with ongoing questions about the healthcare marketplace. So we have an expert, Dr. Shakil Khan, come in. He sits down, he answers the questions, and he helps you get started finding your affordable health care.
Awesome, awesome. Always important, especially as that cycle's starting up again.
And we have that twice. It'll be Wednesday, January 2nd at 6:30, and then again Wednesday, January 13th at 2:30.
Oh, cool. So people
You've got some options.
Yeah, fit the schedule that works the best. Very cool. And I think our Orion Historical Society is meeting again in January as well, right?
We're picking up steam. We've got projects, we've got members, so it's a really great thing. We've got two wonderful presentations coming up on January 11th at 7 p.m. We're going to be having the Orion Veterans Memorial, which I'm sure everyone's seen driving down the road. Maybe you have some questions.
Yeah, very
You'll
cool.
get some answers. And then Monday, February 8th at 7, we're going to have a presentation on the Lake Orion schools, which are fascinating and go way, way back.
Yeah.
So we've got some old pictures and Mike Sweeney, who's an expert on them.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, that sounds super fun. So anybody that's interested in some local history, there's so much of it here in Orion. Please, anybody's welcome to join in any time,
Anyone
right?
is welcome to come to the meetings, join if you'd like to participate.
Very cool.
Yep.
Fun. Good. And I gotta say, there's something else I've been interested in. I've been seeing in the stores a lot of these grown-up coloring books, like coloring books for. I thought that you guys were the ones that colored with the little kids, but there's something going on for grown-ups. I see.
Apparently, it can be stress relief for adults as well.
Oh, fun!
So we brought in some really. They're a little more complicated than maybe the ones you'd find in the youth department. Some really beautiful designs. We're going to have tea and cookies, some quiet music, and just kind of a calming experience to sit down and color and get all that stress you have left over from the holidays out of your system.
Sounds perfect. When is that happening?
Now that is on Thursday, January 14th from 6:30 to 8:30, and that's a drop-in. Come for an hour, come for 30 minutes, come for the whole time.
Very cool. I think I'm going to put that one on my calendar. A little bit of de-stressing is always good. So, and while the adults are calming themselves, I believe that there's going to be a little wildness going on over in the youth area with some math gone wild.
That's right. We've got a new club that we're calling Math Gone Wild. So that meets once a month on Saturdays, and kids will be able to come in and experience math in whole new ways. This is not just flashcards. This is building stuff and making stuff and music and all different kinds of really cool, fun activities, all involving math in ways you wouldn't expect.
Wow. Well, that sounds like a fun way to learn math.
It absolutely is.
Oh, very cool. Very fun. I also believe that we're going to have an extra special little sleepover happening sometime coming up soon, too.
We've got our stuffed animal sleepover coming up.
Fun.
So this is a wonderful chance for kids to bring their stuffed animals to the library. We do a story time for the stuffed animals, and then little kids tuck their stuffed animals in at the library. The stuffed animals get a chance to have their very first sleepover at the library, and in the morning, kiddos come and pick up their stuffed animals and get to see photos of what their stuffed animals did at the library overnight.
Oh, so there's like a slumber party going on.
There is a slumber party going on,
fun.
but for the stuffed animals only.
Right. Oh, how
Kiddos
fun.
get to go home with their parents, and the stuffed animals get to stay and have some fun overnight.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It is. It's so fun.
Oh, cool. And when is that happening?
That is happening on Wednesday, January 27th.
Awesome.
Yep, so 7 o'clock in the evening, and then in the morning you come pick up your stuffed animals.
Perfect. That sounds great. And Miss Kristen, I believe that there's a special day coming up towards the beginning of February. Is it the beginning of February this year?
It is. It's February 2nd. Every February 2nd, there's a very important national holiday I'm sure that you're aware of. Groundhog's Day is on February 2nd. And this is the first year we'll be able to celebrate Groundhog's Day with a special book called Groundhog's Dilemma. written by a local author. And
I think you know her,
I
actually.
do. It's written by me and illustrated by an award-winning local author illustrator, Matt Faulkner.
Wonderful.
Who is also happens to be my husband. So we are having a Groundhog Day party on Saturday, January 30th. So before Groundhog's Day, you can come to the library and we'll have stories and crafts and cookies and songs and celebrate this very, very important national holiday and celebrate my first picture book.
That's fantastic. And we're so lucky that we have you and Matt in our local family and that you're able to come and do this program with all of our little kids.
We're so thrilled to be invited. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for all of that great information. And I know we have another really special event coming up in March, I believe, is our preschool fair.
Yes,
And
actually it's in February this year.
It's in February this year. Okay, great. Well, now that we've got that corrected, I'm going to send it over to Suzanne, and Suzanne's going to tell us all the details about our preschool fair.
Thanks, guys. We are so excited to be hosting our annual preschool fair here at the library. It's going to be February 3rd. It's from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We're going to have nearly 20 local preschools here to check out, ask questions, see what kind of programs they offer. We are going to have some preschool activities available during that time too, so you should be able to wander and get some questions answered from those different child care professionals. It's a great time to check out what's available and find the best match for you and your child, your preschooler. We're excited to have it again. It's February 3rd, and that is a Wednesday evening. It's 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. open house. Drop in anytime between those hours and find the best match for you. Back to you.
Thanks, Suzanne. So today I had the opportunity to sit down and talk to Beth Sheridan a little bit about our really exciting program coming up this winter, and it's called the Great Michigan Read, and our Adult Services Department has a whole lot of different kinds of things planned for this particular program. So I had a lot, so Beth, can you tell us a little bit more about what exactly is the Great Michigan Read?
Sure. It's a Michigan-wide literacy program that aims to connect all of us who live in Michigan. And it's put on by the Michigan, or it's sponsored by the Michigan Humanities Council, and their description is, or their summary is, one title, one state, and thousands engaged in literary discussion. A panel of Michigan teachers and librarians and community members meets every 2 years to come up with the book, and the book is always set, or it is about Michigan or set in Michigan.
Gotcha. So what is the Great Michigan Read title this year, and can you tell us a little bit about the book?
Well, the title is Station 11, and the author is Emily St. John Mandel, and it is set in a world turned upside down, but it's ultimately an exploration of people surviving and remaking their lives by preserving the qualities that make us human: culture, art, and humanities. And what it is it's a traveling symphony, a troupe of Shakespearean actors and musicians on the shores of the Great Lakes, but something terrible has happened. There was a flu pandemic, and 99% of the population have died. So they're trying to exist in this new world, and their belief is that survival is insufficient. It also was a bestseller in 2014, and the film rights have already been purchased, and I just think it'll be a really interesting book to read.
Wow, that sounds like quite a story, too, to be able to explore. Mm-hmm. So when will our library be celebrating the Great Michigan Read?
Well, we're participating for 3 months, January, February, and March of 2016. We'd like as many people to read and to discuss the book as possible, so we're also offering programming related to the themes of theater and Shakespeare and survival.
Wow, yeah, because there's lots of different themes throughout the book then. Mm-hmm. So when can our patrons get together to talk about this book? Are we having book discussions?
We are. We're discussing it formally at the library twice. We have one discussion on Monday, January 18th at 7, and another on Monday, February 22nd at 7, which is actually, that discussion will happen at the C-Pub, so it's a little bit different atmosphere, but it is sponsored by the library. Also, a lot of people belong to their own book discussions, and we have 2 kits that they can check out to use for their neighborhood or whatever book discussions.
Oh, wonderful.
And we have a lot of copies of the book just to come read it.
Oh, great. Great. So you were mentioning there's some other programming that we're going to have at the library too, kind of related to some of the themes in this particular book. Can you tell us a little bit more about what those programs are going to be?
We have planned 4 different theme-related programs. The first one is called Shakespeare Behind Bars, and I'm excited about this one. It's an Oakland University professor is going to show an award-winning documentary titled Shakespeare Behind Bars, which follows an all-male Shakespearean theater company composed of convicted felons.
Oh my goodness.
So that should be interesting.
Wow.
Another one's more action. I think everybody, families, teens, adults will like it. It's called the Ring of Steel Action Theater. Knights, Musketeers, and even Jedi do battle in a series of action vignettes, and it's going to include demonstrations. Another one that's interesting is post-apocalyptic dining in Michigan with the great foodini, Renee Chudowski, who is on different food networks, and she's going to demonstrate, discuss, and provide tastings and samples of how we would eat to survive in Michigan.
Wow.
So it'll be more local type foods.
Okay.
And then the last program is Pigeon Creek Shakespeare Company, and it's a troupe that will perform Shakespeare's plays.
Wow. So that's quite a variety of programming too. So for anybody that's interested in any of those, all the information about all those programs and the times and dates are all on our online calendar and on our website.
They're all January, February, and March though. So.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm so excited that we're going to be participating in this great Michigan read. And the cool thing too is that probably libraries around outside of Lake Orion are also going to be participating. So.
Oh yeah, many libraries participate in this. It's a big deal in Michigan every 2 years.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for sharing all that information with us today, Beth.
You're welcome.
And now we're going to send it over to Kathleen for an update on teen services.
Thanks, Karen. Hi, I'm here to tell you about some really exciting teen programs we have coming up in the new year. The first one is the Scripps Middle School Book Discussion and Movie Club. I'll be at Scripps Middle School every Wednesday in January at 2:30, and we're going to be discussing Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. We'll also watch the movie, play some trivia, and teens will have some fun prizes that they can win. Students can find out more information about the Scripps Movie and Book Discussion Club at their school. The second program I want to tell you about is our Movie and Pizza Party for Teens. This is a special after-hour program that will take place on Friday, January 15th at 6 p.m. We'll watch The Scorch Trials, which is based on James Dashner's popular Maze Runner series, and of course we'll enjoy some pizza. The next program I want to tell you about is the library's SAT practice exam, which will take place on Saturday, February 20th at 10 a.m. Sylvan Learning Center will be here, and they'll talk about some tips and tricks that you can use to take the SAT. Then they'll administer a full practice exam, and students will get their scores and answer sheet and questions 1 to 2 weeks after the exam. There is a $10 charge for this class, and payment is due the day of the program at the latest. Now, this is a great way to start studying for the SAT. Finally, one program I want to tell you about is our ongoing Geek Club. This takes place every first and third Tuesday at 7 p.m. This is a casual hangout for teens who enjoy things like Doctor Who, anime, video games, comics, and it's just a fun place for teens to hang out. And you don't have to register for that. You can find more information about all of these programs online at orionlibrary.org, and you can register for them. I hope to see you at the library soon. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Kathleen, for that great update on what's happening with our teen services in the upcoming months. With so much going on around the library, it's hard to keep track of everything. And I saw on the calendar there's a really cool, exciting theater program happening, a performance of some sort?
Yes, we have a action theater stunt troupe coming in January 30th at 2 p.m. right after the Groundhog Party. Okay. And they will be doing sword fights, lightsaber fights, acting out scenes from movies, showing us all the stunts, the tricks, all of that. And this will be a great program for adults, for teens, for children who might be old enough not to be a little frightened of the stunts, but anyone who's interested in theater or performance or the movies would really enjoy this presentation.
Wow, that sounds super fun. So that'll probably be in our meeting room then, I would imagine.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. Awesome. I think gaming continues to be fun for all ages. Board games, right? I mean, we do board game days at the library, but I hear we're doing something kind of on an informal drop-in gaming night thing?
Well, we've had such huge success with our circulating board game collection, so we thought maybe it was time to bring it back to the library and give people a chance to play the games with each other. So we're starting anew every first Thursday of the month. from, I believe it's 6 to 8:30. We're going to have a whole bunch of games out, and people can drop in and play games with each other. So, you know, one of those games that requires 6 people and you only have 4 in your family, this is where you find the extra 2 and you get to play it.
That sounds really cool. Yeah,
We're excited for it.
Just last night I watched somebody bring back a couple of board games that were dropping them off and taking out a couple new ones. So I know that collection's been really helpful for people to be able to try new ones.
My family has really enjoyed it. We have 2 teenagers at home, and it has been so fun to try out some of these board games because it's not just Monopoly or Life. I mean, these are games that we had never even heard of. And we're having so much fun playing the board games.
That's great. That's great. So come on down to the library sometime and check them out, or join us for one of our drop-in nights and try something new.
Make some new friends, play some good games.
Absolutely. That sounds fun. You know, the other thing that sounds fun is this upcycled book decor crafting thing. Crafting with books. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Just depends
Well,
which book.
As
Right.
librarians, we felt a little apprehension about we're going to cut up some books for this, but we think giving them a second life is a really good idea.
Oh, fun.
So we'll provide all the supplies and take used books, and there will be 2 classes that use these used books to make new and exciting things. The first one is on February 9th at 7 p.m. We're going to be hollowing out books to make hidden compartments.
Oh, cool.
So if you want to hide anything or a secret box, jewelry box, something like that, the options are endless. And then on March 22nd at 7, we're going to be doing a book planter box. Once again, you cut out a little bit of the book, but this one we're going to be planting in it. So you have a really unique way to display your succulents, your little table plants in a book. So, and that's adults, teens, so the more the merrier.
That sounds fun. Very cool. We'll have to look forward to that, and then take lots of pictures of what people make so we can
we have some
show
really
off.
Creative patrons, so
Absolutely.
I'm very excited to see what they come up with.
Oh, very cool. Well, while the adults are busy gaming and making crafts out of books, I hear that there's going to be a dance party going on over in Youth Services.
Absolutely. We are going to have a dance party for little ones on Friday, February 5th at 10 in the morning. Just when the weather is gray and cold and all of those little sweet peas really need to let off some energy, come to the library. We'll have all kinds of dances for them to do. And it's really good for the little ones to let off a little steam, and for the adults too, actually. It's really fun to come and dance.
Yeah, awesome. Very cool. And show off your moves. Do you get to lead them in that sort of fun stuff?
Oh, absolutely. We get out the scarves, we get out the musical instruments. That's a good time.
Oh, very good. Good to know. Awesome. And if you're not into dancing, but you're into crafting, there's another opportunity for making cardboard critters?
That's right. So while the adults are getting crafty with their upcycled books, we're going to be using cardboard to make all kinds of winter animals. So our cardboard crafting is going to be on Saturday, February 13th at 10 in the morning. And you'll have to register online for this one because there's only a limited space for only 20 kids because of the supplies that we're going to be using. But we're going to talk about winter animals, and we're going to talk about hibernation, so we're working in science as well as working in the art. And then we've got all kinds of cool cardboard, and we've got feathers, and we've got googly eyes. We've got all kinds of cool stuff to really get crafty over on the children's side too.
Oh, very cool. Well, and speaking of critters, I gotta say, a couple of my favorites are Elephant and Piggy.
Absolutely. I'm so excited for this one. Well, anyone who is younger than 10 years old knows about Elephant and Piggy.
Absolutely.
So Elephant and Piggy are the characters by Mo Willems, and it's a very successful early reader series. So we are going to have an Elephant and Piggy party. So people are invited to come. This is a drop-in, and it's February 27th. That's another Saturday at 2:30 in the afternoon. You can come and we will read Elephant and Piggy stories. We will do some of the favorite things that Elephant and Piggy love to do. We'll be making some crafts. We'll be playing some games. And I know that Elephant Gerald is always really excited about trying new things, and like thinking that maybe he'll fly someday. And Piggy's always trying to convince Elephant to be a little more down to earth. But who knows what will happen at the Elephant and Piggy party.
Awesome. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Very cool. Well, you know, our friends at the library are also very busy this time of year, and I'd like to throw it over to them so that they can tell you a little bit about what they have going on.
Thanks, Karen. My name is Melissa Griffith, and I'm the chairperson for the book sales for the Friends of the Library.
And I'm Diane Griffiths. I'm the president of the Friends. For the past several years, the Friends have provided the entire budget for library programs. One way we raise money for programming is our annual spring fundraising gala. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 30th from 7 until 10 p.m. for Passport to Spring Japan, a festival of seasons. Join us as we celebrate the seasons and Japanese festivals. Learn about Japanese culture with authentic Japanese food, drink, entertainment, demonstrations, art, and displays. The Japanese culture is rich in tradition, from tea ceremonies, flower arranging, and origami, to sumo wrestling and taiko drumming. Be prepared to enjoy an authentic Japanese experience right here at the library. This is an adult-only event, so be sure to line up a babysitter so you can enjoy a night out and help the library at the same time. Tickets will be available to purchase in March, both at the library and online. Like us on Facebook, Friends of Orion Township Library, or check our website, www.orionlibrary.org/friends, for updates on this fun event.
Another way that we help provide funding for the programming here at the library is our 3 annual book sales, along with the bookstore that's in the library lobby. One of our next book sales is coming up very soon. It's going to be Monday, January 18th through Saturday, January 23rd. A lot of people don't know this, but Monday night is actually our teacher's exclusive night. If you have a teaching identification card, feel free to stop by between 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. and you can get much needed supplies for your classroom for really low prices. All of our children's books and our pocket-sized paperbacks are only 50 cents. Our hardcovers and large paperbacks are only $1. Tuesday night from 5 to 8:30 is our Friends members exclusive preview. You get to come in as a Friends member and peruse the book sale before the public has kind of picked it over. If you're not a member and you're interested in this, memberships will be available at the door. The rest of the book sale is open to the public. Wednesday and Thursday, our hours are from 9:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. On Friday, from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., it's actually half-price book day. And Saturday, from 9:30 a.m. till 1:30 p.m., we do bag day. The way that bag day works is that as soon as you come into the book sale, you get to purchase a large paper grocery bag from us for $5. Then you wander around the book sale, fill it all the way up to the top with any books that you want for that $5. If you can't wait for the book sale or you can't make it to the book sale, feel free to stop by Twice Told Tales, the gently used bookstore in the library lobby, anytime that the library is open. If you're interested in possibly volunteering for our next book sale, please feel free to contact us on Facebook or at optl.friends@gmail.com. Thank you. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you so much, Friends, for that update. You know, there's so many things that we do at the library that bring out a lot of different people. And one of the things that we do is we go out in the community sometimes to have programs at different sites. And the one that I know has been a pretty popular favorite is our team trivia night that we do over at the C-Pub. And you can form a team and come out and play trivia. How does that work, Kate?
We even have staff that have a team
Oh
that
my
we
goodness. Well,
that
that's
go out.
really
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah, it is a great opportunity. Everyone has a ton of fun. They go out to C-Pub. They compete in teams. Everyone loves it. It fills up fast, so if you're interested, call and register your team. We've got 2 coming up, February 11th at 7:30, and then again April 14th at 7:30.
Okay, and they just have to call the reference desk to
Call the
register for
reference
that?
desk, yep.
Okay, fun. Very good. You know, we have an aspiring writer, well, a published writer actually at the table here today. But I think there's a lot of people out there that dabble in writing, myself included. So I know there's a couple of writing opportunities coming up too.
We actually have an unusual writing class coming up. Not everyone's heard of flash fiction, but this is flash fiction with Gloria Nixon, and it's kind of an opportunity. Let's say you don't want to commit to writing a whole book. That can be a lot of work.
Absolutely.
Flash fiction gets those creative juices going. You sit down, you write something out, and you get to practice without the pressure, without the pressure and being overwhelmed.
Sure.
So this is going to be February 13th at 1 o'clock. It's a 3-hour workshop with Gloria, and there will be feedback, writing information.
Okay.
She's a published author, and I think it'll be really great for anyone who's interested in anything from short stories to actually progressing into full chapter
Wonderful, wonderful. That sounds fun. And then after you get to the flash fiction and you start to write your stories and you start to pull them together, then we have something else for like taking that next
We
step,
do.
right?
We've got it tied in. About a week later, on Wednesday, February 24th, we have the next step of the process, get published, the journey from writer to author. So once you do get that written down, it's not an easy process, and actually our own Miss Kristen is going to be answering some questions and letting patrons know what they can do to get from that flash fiction manuscript to the book deal.
That's right, because at the library we actually have a lot of really great resources for people who are interested in learning how to get published. So having been through the process as a children's writer and also as an adult writer, I'll be sharing some of the resources and tips and tricks and self-publishing versus traditional publishing, and how to get started, and some pitfalls to look out for as well. So we'll talk about all of that at the session.
Wonderful. That sounds like a lot of helpful information for people that either maybe you just want to dabble and do the flash fiction workshop, or if you're ready to take that next step.
Absolutely.
We've got that option available too. Great. And last but not least, we have a program for families that are out there trying to find ways to pack healthier lunches. And what's that one going to be about?
It's hard to, in the morning when you're rushed,
Yes.
to come up with something that's going to be nutritious and good for your kids. So we actually have a registered dietitian coming in who's going to sit down and talk with parents about what they can do to make their lunches the healthiest and the most nutritious for their kids. And that is February 27th at 10:30 in the morning.
Wonderful. So we'll finish off February by learning how to eat healthy after we've been writing all month, and it'll be super fun. Gosh, everything from writing to dance troupes to dance parties to, there's so much fun stuff going on at the library. I'm so excited. We really would encourage anybody that's interested to come on down to the library, check out any of these programs. Your newsletter has all the information, as does our website, or feel free to call us at any time for more information. We can't wait to see you, and we hope you're going to come down and enjoy the library sometime real soon. Thank you all so much.